Welcome to Netrush Report, your home for the most dramatic, emotional, and high-stakes moments in the world of tennis. If you live for raw rivalries, intense battles, and the untold truths behind the game's biggest stars, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we've got the full breakdown of Taylor Townsend's fiery press conference after her clash with Jelena Ostapenko. The 2025 U.S. Open second-round clash between Taylor Townsend and Jelena Ostapenko wasn't just another tennis match. It was a powder keg waiting to explode. Townsend, the unseeded American, came into the match as the underdog. Ostapenko, seeded 25th and known for her explosive baseline game, was expected to advance. But if tennis fans know one thing, it's that Taylor Townsend thrives on proving people wrong. The match itself was intense. Long rallies, heavy hitting, and momentum swings. But the drama wasn't just about the tennis. It was about the energy. Ostapenko, already infamous for her on-court outbursts and fiery personality, grew frustrated as Townsend found rhythm. Accusations of time wasting, gestures at the umpire, and audible complaints started flowing to be why the end of it. Townsend pulled off the upset. But instead of a handshake and congratulations, the two clashed at the net. Words were exchanged. Tempers flared. Cameras captured the icy moment that would set social media on fire, and that led us to the press conference. When Taylor Townsend sat down in front of the press, everyone wanted answers. What really happened at the net? Was there history between her and Ostapenko? Was this feud personal, or just tennis heat of the moment? Townsend's response was sharp and unapologetic. She admitted there was no long-standing feud, but she made it clear Jelena Ostapenko used all means to break her momentum during the match. She called out the lack of respect, stating, "Right there, Townsend set the tone." She wasn't going to be painted as the aggressor. She wasn't going to let Ostapenko flip the narrative. And she certainly wasn't going to let her win be overshadowed by excuses. Of course, Ostapenko didn't stay silent. Hours later, the Latvian took to social media, putting out her own version of events. According to Ostapenko, she was the one disrespected. This could have been the end of it, but Taylor Townsend's response? Pure fire. When asked about Ostapenko's post, Townsend laughed it off, calling it comical that her opponent felt the need to justify herself online. Townsend told the press that she didn't need to jump on social media to defend her side. Her performance on the court was enough. That kind of confidence doesn't just shut down a feud. It flips the power dynamic entirely. Then came the most sensitive and potentially explosive question of the night. Was this about more than just tennis? Did Ostapenko's actions have racial undertones? For many, given the history of subtle and not-so-subtle racial dynamics in tennis, this was a serious moment. But Townsend chose her words carefully. She didn't escalate, didn't accuse, and didn't turn it into something bigger than she felt it was. Instead, she emphasized what truly mattered to her, letting her performance do the talking. Advancing to the next round was her focus. Setting the right example for her young son was her motivation. That balance, standing firm, but not pouring gasoline on the fire, was classic Townsend point. One of the most emotional moments came when Townsend spoke about her son. She explained that the way she handled this conflict wasn't just about her career, it was about what her son would one day see. For fans, this struck a chord. Townsend wasn't just fighting for herself. She was modeling strength, dignity, and resilience for the next generation. Townsend also recalled a past incident at the challenger level years ago, where she faced disrespect from another opponent. After beating her, she made sure to stand her ground. It's a reminder that Townsend has always had to fight, not just for wins, but for respect. From her early career struggles with body image criticisms to battling her way back after breaks from the tour, Townsend's journey has always been one of defiance against doubters. This Ostapenko clash? Just the latest chapter. Now, the story moves forward. Taylor Townsend advances to the third round, where she faces fifth seed Mira Andreeva, a rising teenage sensation many consider the future of women's tennis. This sets up a fascinating contrast. The gritty American veteran versus the teenage prodigy. If Townsend wins, she'll tie her career best result at the U.S. Open, having reached the fourth round back in 2019. The drama with Ostapenko may have dominated headlines, but the next battle could redefine Townsend's career. The Townsend-Ostapenko feud isn't just tabloid drama. It highlights deeper themes in tennis. The culture of respect, or lack of it, between players. How fiery personalities like Ostapenko clash with players who won't back down. The challenges black women in tennis continue to face, both on and off the court. The blurred lines between on-court heat and personal animosity. For Townsend, this was more than a post-match spat. It was about identity, dignity, and proving that she belongs at the highest level. Social media exploded after the handshake drama. Fans split into two camps. Those defending Townsend, praising her composure and calling out Ostapenko for her behavior. Those siding with Ostapenko, arguing Townsend's on-court celebrations crossed the line. But one thing's for sure, Townsend isn't being ignored. This match turned her from a dangerous floater in the draw into one of the most talked-about players of the tournament. Taylor Townsend's victory over Jelena Ostapenko wasn't just a win on the scoreboard. It was a win in the battle of narratives. By owning the press conference, standing her ground, and refusing to be dragged into pettiness, Townsend showed she's not just a player. You can't push her around, on or off the court. Now, all eyes turn to her showdown with Mira Andreeva. Can Townsend ride this wave of energy into a deep U.S. Open run? Or will this feud become a distraction? One thing's for certain. The U.S. Open drama just got a whole lot spicier. This is Netrush Report, your home for the rivalries, emotions, and untold truths that make tennis more than just a sport. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss the biggest stories in tennis. And as always, stay tuned, because the drama never ends.